Hello, this video is going to teach you or review for you how to combine like terms. What combining like terms means is just putting stuff, terms, into groups that have something in common and rewriting an expression. So what is considered a like term? There's two things to look at. Either the terms have the same variables or no variables. Or they might have the same exponents. And when you are looking at the variables, the order doesn't really matter if you have an xy or a yx. They mean the same thing because multiplication is commutative and x times y is the same as y times x. Hopefully this will become a little clearer as we work through some examples. So our first example is here. 9 plus 5w minus 8w plus 4. And the idea here is to take everything that is alike or similar and group them together to make a simpler equation. Or expression, I mean. I like to highlight or underline or circle or somehow indicate what I'm combining, and then it makes it a little easier to go back through and rewrite the expression. So I'm going to use my yellow highlighter to show that 5w, positive 5w, and negative 8w have the same variable. They both have a w with them, so those are like terms, and I'll be combining those below. And then positive 9 and positive 4 don't have any variable, so those are like terms, and I'll be combining those below. So what I had in yellow was 5w and a negative 8w. You can think of that as 5w minus 8w, or 5w plus a negative 8w. Either way, you get negative 3w. Then I'm going to look at my pink terms. 9 plus 4. I have a positive 9 plus a positive 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. So my final expression is negative 3w plus 13. Sometimes students feel like they want to keep going here and make it so that you have like an answer. But this is the answer. The expression is the answer. You're not going to get down to just one term in most cases, because the w and the term without any variable after it, those can't be combined. They're not like terms. Next example is one that has some exponents in it. So I'm going to go through, and I see that I have a negative 3, and this has a variable, this has a variable, this has a variable. Here's one, positive 6, that does not have a variable, so I'll be combining those two. Then I see that I have a 2b squared, positive 2b squared. And I can't combine it with this 7b because even though they both have a b, this one is b squared and this one is not. So those are not going to be combined. They're not like terms. But my negative 4b squared, that is a like term with my positive 2b squared. Notice that I'm including the sign with it. And then finally I have a positive 7b. I'll just circle that one because I don't have another highlighter color. So those are the three different sets of terms that I have to combine. 2b squared minus 4b squared is negative 2b squared. So that will be one of the terms in my final expression. Then I have 7b plus 7b. There's nothing to combine that with. And then I have a negative 3 plus 6, and that equals positive 3. So that will be the last thing in my expression. Some people like to cross out the terms as they use them. So like when I combined the 2b and the negative 4b, I could have crossed them out, and then crossed out the 7b, and then crossed out the negative 3 and the positive 6, just to kind of keep track of where you are in your equation or in your expression. That's fine. Here's another example where I have some x's and some y's. So I'm going to start at the beginning. I have 2xy, so that's 2 times x times y. Then I have no x there with the y, so that doesn't work. Here I have a y and an x, and remember that we said that order doesn't matter. So this is 6 times y times x. This is 2 times x times y. The x's and the y's doesn't matter what order they're in. So I can combine negative 6yx with positive 2xy. Then I don't have any other xy's in there. I have a positive 3y, and that's like this positive 4y, so I can combine those. So I have 2xy minus 6yx. I can combine those. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. And it's kind of like standard notation to put the variables in alphabetical order. So I will write x, y here. Then I have, so that's going to be my first term, negative 4, x, y. And I used the 2 and the negative 6. Now I have positive 3y plus 4y. And 3y plus 4y is 7y, because 3 plus 4 is 7. So I use the 3y, I use the 4y, and I'm going to say plus 7y down here. And this is my final expression here. Over here, I have a bunch of 9's and a's and b's, so let's just go one at a time. I have a 9a, positive 9a. I don't have anything else that's just a 9a, or just an a, so that'll be my first term. I don't have to combine it with anything. Then I have a positive 9b. I don't have anything else that is just 9b, just a b, so that'll be my next term. And then I have a positive 9 times a times b, and a positive 9 times b times a. And remember, we said order doesn't matter. So this 9 times a times b plus 9 times b times a, those can be combined. And 9 plus 9 is 18. And then using like just our standard practice of putting the variables in order alphabetically, I have 18ab. So I'm going to add 18ab. And that is my final expression.